Wike says, me, is Wike now the president of Nigeria? Why is he the one asserting when state of emergency will expire in Rivers State? In Nigeria, impunity thrives and the rule of law is turned upside down, a glaring example.
For the Nigerian people out there watching, when we will talk about the story of our democracy, we will ask questions from the judiciary.
My people, please, when you hear people say the state has been captured, in your own words, how best can you explain the term the state capture? How best can you define state capture? Because when individuals that are not in position of making some declarations feels entitled to be making such utterances, while there is somebody who is supposed to be uttering such kind of words. Wike coming out to declare when Fubara will be resuming office. In the first place, I didn't want to talk about Fubara. I don't drive joy talking about Fubara. Fubara is not someone that I can come out here to start talking about to defend his interest. But I'm trying to speak against the trend, the ugly trend of people becoming gods in the land, of people playing the role of a president while we have one. We saw where Yebelo was giving someone instruction to go into the house and obey sheepishly, obey without his brain. That is the ugly trend that is trending in our society today. That's the ugly trend that is trending among politicians today. That's the way they are doing things. Now, Wike is also doing that part, though he has demonstrated it in many instances where it seems that Wike is above the law, where it seems that Wike occupies the office of the president and he will be making declarations and utterances that are not under his jurisdictions to make, declaring things that he is not supposed to be declaring, while we have somebody that sits in that position. Wike is the one dictating that Fubara should be suspended. Wike is also telling us when Fubara will be resuming office. It's like Wike is even the godfather of Tinubu. And also, please, I want you to listen to one of Barrister Deji's friends, one of his friends that came out to lambast him over his actions towards P2B. The gentility of the leopard shouldn't be mistaken as cowardice. Share your thoughts and views in the comment section. God bless you. If it is your first time coming across my videos, I plead with you to follow my page and subscribe.
You know, when they say a man is quiet, it does not mean that the man is stupid. When somebody is quiet, it's not stupidity. You see, Peter Obi have been quiet. Anybody can just come online and just talk something about the man. One, you don't know him personally. Two, you have not met him. Three, the man has never looked for your trouble. He has never talked about you. All the man is talking about is that how he wants the country to be better. Even if you say he's talking about the president, this is from a fellow contestant like Tinubu. He contested alongside Tinubu, so he has the right as an opposition to criticize the policies of Tinubu. He has never insulted the personality of Tinubu. I don't think if you have any video evidence to show that Peter Obi have come out openly and directly to insult Tinubu, please show me the video. I don't think Peter Obi have come out and say, this man a liar now. This one that he has never insulted Tinubu. All he has done is criticize his politics, his policies, telling him that the policies are being hard on the people. They are siphoning money. Their corruption is going on. That is what you can hear him say. He has never come out to insult anybody, or he has never come out to say he hates somebody. But people will come out on national television and you will be saying that Peter will be now pretender now, man, na thief, na this one, what he do now in the lie. Now, bro, You are talking about this man anyhow as if he's not a human being because he chooses to be gentle. Now, Deji Adeyanju is a man that I respect so much. Personally, I know him. Personally, I have a friendly relationship with him. But when I started seeing the kind of things that Deji Adeyanju started talking about Peter Obi, I start to wonder, where is it coming from? In what occasion have Peter Obi offended Deji or insulted Deji that Deji will now try to retaliate and talk to Peter Obi the way he's talking about Peter Obi? I get to wonder, this same Deji Adeyanju is somebody that used to join Sowore to protest during the government of Buhari. He is an activist before he now became a lawyer. And all of a sudden he became a lawyer. He is now supporting Bury That Man. He's now lawyer to Bury That Man. I now say, okay, he has taken the activism to another level, having a legal backup. But all of a sudden you are deviating from what you are doing with Bury That Man to come and be talking about a presidential candidate. And the one that is in power, ruling, you have not talked about him. You are talking about the presidential candidate that is fighting for a better Nigeria, fighting that the country should be better. You are now talking about him when he did not even attack you in the first place. No, Deji, that is not right. You are my man. But this one you do, I don't understand anymore. So based on what has been going on is what resulted to what is happening today, which is the breaking news now. Just dropping now that Peter Obi, through his lawyers, have sent a letter to Deji to retract all his statements that he made against Peter Obi and make an apology, or they will further go to court, take further legal action. Now, you see, no be only Unasabi send letter. Even Peter Obi is not a fool. The fact that he is keeping quiet, that's why somebody can come out on national television to say, I hate him. If he is coming to be Edo State, the governor will have to send me out for him to come in. Me and him cannot be in Edo State together. Who are you? Because the man is quiet, you feel that you can just come online and forget that this man is a former governor. Go and see all the former governors, how they carry themselves with pride. Is Wike not a former governor? That he's troubling Pubara. When Peter Obi came out from Anambra, did you see him telling Obiano what to do? Did you see him put his candidate there? Did you see him telling Obiano, say you must do like this as far as the ex-governor? The man respects himself, trying to fight for a better Nigeria, but you feel that you can insult him. He has taken legal action. JG is a man I respect, no doubt. He's my friend, no doubt. But this one he did, I did not support. I don't support. Peter Obi have not done anything to anybody. He has not insulted anybody one day. If you have a video where you see Peter Obi insulting somebody, send me the video. Wallahi, I will respect you. Somebody that didn't insult anybody, just come and insult him. Talk about him the way you like. Paint him. That is defamation of character now. You are a lawyer. Didn't you know? You defame his character now. You talk about me the way I'm not. If I don't like it, I seek redress. I write a letter to you. You defame me. It's defamation of character. The man have suffered defamation too much. let's be mindful. Please, Peter Obi did not do anybody anything. We talk and say this man is Simon a Peter Obi boy. Every time I agree. I don't support any party. I like personality. Like I say, even Deji is my friend, is my man. I like his guts. But all of a sudden, I don't understand him again. Yes, I'm the spice creator. I bring you breaking news. Google me if you like. Don't Google me. That is your business. But everything I have said is allegedly because this one is between a lawyer and a presidential candidate. Me, I'm not a lawyer. So it's allegedly
Guys, well, good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending in Rivers State, where we're following reactions to the local government elections held over the weekend after casting his vote. Former Governor of Rivers State and Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, revealed that the emergency rule declared by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will officially come to an end on September 18th. The announcement, which means suspended Governor Sim Fubara will return to office, has already elicited reactions. Let's take a look at the video before we take some reactions.
So we're very happy that this election has, at the end of the day, that have been conducted very peacefully and successfully. I do know that by 18th of September, that the state of emergency will expire, and then that will mean that the state governor and the state assembly will come back to their job, and they will have representatives at the grassroots level. Remember, the Supreme Court have nullified the other election. And so if this election was not conducted, it will mean that there will be no representative at the grassroots level, which would not be, acceptable by the people of Rivers State. So, having done this, then the coast is clear for the state of emergency to be lifted, meaning that the local government has representatives, the state government has its own elected representatives. So, we are good to go.
All right, Rivers State has been on the phone burner. They're calling him Lord Wike. Rufai, I'll take this tweet before I come to you. This person wrote on X, Rivers State emergency rule expires September 18. Wike says, me, is Wike now the president of Nigeria? Why is he the one asserting when state of emergency will expire in Rivers State? In Nigeria, impunity thrives and the rule of law is turned upside down. A glaring example is the judiciary's contradictory stance on local council elections. When an elected governor conducts a local election, the courts swiftly declare it illegal, undermining democratic processes. Yet, when a hand-picked unelected sole administrator orchestrates the same election, the courts turn a blind eye, endorsing this blatant violation of democratic principles. How can a sole administrator, devoid of any electoral mandate, be allowed to conduct elections in a supposed democracy? This absurdity exposes the rot in Nigeria's democratic framework, where selective justice and political manipulation reign supreme. President Tinubu, often hailed as a Democrat, presides over this sham. Well, Jaja wrote, this is setting a terrible precedent, and it's worth the condemnation of any sane person. Wike has succeeded with this now. Yahaya Bello is doing his own in Kogi. More current governors are studying the pattern and would want to try out the same too. What hope then does the Republic have left? The question is there. Rufio on fire.
Very big point raised, Orji. In fact, as from today, in honor of Wike's success, I beat up all his opponents. I would like to call him Igwe. See, Orji, you see, when politicians do these things to favor them, they forget that they will not be in the limelight forever. I keep talking about Vincent Ogbulafo. He said PDP will lead for the next 60 years. Today, PDP is no longer in the limelight. The court ruled in his favor for the same thing he's doing now. Last year, the Supreme Court. The same Supreme Court has been mute over the determination of the case of a state of emergency. You heard Sumner talk about many other cases as regards that. Then the next thing, they rush up to the results. And you are hearing Wike now determining for the federal government when the state of emergency will be over. Because everything was orchestrated. Like they said, in fact, it was to save Fubara because he wanted to impeach Fubara.
Yes.
Then they brought out a result. Result where Wike as a candidate or the candidate of the PDP in Obiakpo got 328,000 votes. In fact, that candidate is even more popular than Wike himself. Because before we started using beavers and scrutiny in the election, in 2019 election, I think Wike got 281,000 in Obiakpo. So this local government candidate is beating Wike in Obiakpo. He's beating everybody possible. He's even beating President Tinubu's record collectively in the states. And you think the people are not watching. For the Nigerian people out there watching, when we will talk about the story of our democracy, we will ask questions from the judiciary, and the role they played would also matter. Like Fela said many years ago, is this democracy or demonstration of grace? For the Nigerian people out there that spilled blood, people like Ambassador Musbau that lost his sight after June 12 happened in 1993. Cry no more, because at some point we will get it, but not today. Democracy suffers.
All right then. Well, let's now take